Hello, fellow boxing fans and my boxing family, and welcome back to another prediction video. Before I get into the fight prediction, I would just ask that you would like, share, hit the bell notification, and as always, if you're watching, you might as well subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So, the fight I'll be covering in this video comes by way of request, and it is another interesting one by Trey Titan. I thank you for participating in the channel, and I thank you for your requests. The fight he wanted me to cover is a good one at heavyweight, and that is Luis Ortiz versus Hasim Rahman. Now let's talk about Luis Ortiz for a moment. In my opinion, Luis Ortiz was a boogeyman in the heavyweight division for a short time, and for whatever reason, no one was really lining up to fight him. And despite the jokes about his age, he was usually in tip-top condition whenever he stepped into the ring. And the first fighter to beat Ortiz was Deontay Wilder, and Luis Ortiz was competitive in both of those fights, even coming close to stopping Wilder in their first fight. Ortiz was very strong and had tremendous power. But this current boxing culture, for whatever reason, is not very forgiving of imperfections. Now, moving on to Hasim Rahman. Rahman scored one of the biggest upsets in boxing history with a knockout of the great Lennox Lewis, and he had so much potential that he didn't live up to, in my opinion. Rahman's career was always like a roller coaster ride with highs and lows, but when he showed up, he showed out, let me tell you. I was extremely disappointed in Rahman losing to John Ruiz because that was a very winnable fight for Hasim. Also, Rahman has a great 1-2 punch combination and one of the most devastating right hands in boxing history. So, moving on to the point of why this video was made, and that was to make a prediction and a determination of who would win this fight. How would it play out? And I'm actually seeing shades of Rahman versus Tua in this contest because Ortiz is solid and bulky like David Tua, and he has that seek and destroy mentality like Tua. I believe that Rahman has a better jab than Ortiz, and if he could establish it, then he would have huge success in this fight. But he can't allow Ortiz to gain ground or bully him. And Rahman must come in shape, and he has to be laser focused the same way he was in the first Lewis fight. Honestly, I think Ortiz has the edge over Rahman in most things, but is susceptible to a straight right hand, which is Rahman's best weapon. And this fight is also reminiscent of Rahman's fight with Corey Sanders. Because like Corey Sanders, Luis Ortiz is a big, power-hitting southpaw. So, if both fighters show up at 100%, we've got a fight on our hands. But if one of them comes in half-hearted, then someone is going to get destroyed. So taking all these things into consideration, I'm going to have to go with Luis Ortiz in this contest because I feel like he was the more consistent, disciplined, and confident of the two. And so I am honestly seeing Ortiz stopping Rahman in round 10 or 11. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I'm coming back at you.